Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now, the news for March 27, 2023. It's happening. Universal Orlando Resort has just dropped their first major announcements for Halloween Horror Nights 32, which will take place at Universal Studios Florida this year from September 1st through October 31st. In fact, the dates for this year are September 1st through the 3rd, the 6th through the 10th, the 13th to the 17th, the 20th to the 24th, and the 27th to the 30th. In October, they'll be on October 1st, the 4th to the 8th, the 11th to the 15th, the 18th to the 22nd, the 25th to the 29th, and, of course, on Halloween, the 31st. Tickets are on sale now on the Universal Orlando Resort website. Express passes are available starting at $109.99 per person with variable date-based pricing. The RIP tour returns with prices starting at $299.99. Unmasking the Horror tours are also returning, starting at $119.99 for the 3-house and $169.99 for the 6-house tour. After the dates of Halloween Horror Nights 32 were released, Universal Orlando shared a teaser video and announced the number of haunted houses. The video flashes through a number of symbols before stating the legend is real. And in their tweet, Universal confirmed that there will be 10 haunted houses, 5 scare zones, and an unspecified amount of live entertainment. Construction continues on the entrance to Villain Con Minion Blast and the adjacent Minion Cafe, which will transform most of Production Central into Illumination Avenue at Universal Studios Florida. The new attraction replaces Shrek 4D, which closed in January of 2022. Villain Con Minion Blast is inspired by the first Minions film. The entrance marquee has been coming together over the last few weeks with the first Villain Con lettering installed this weekend. This morning, a black tarp partially blocked lane from view. That's all that was up there. Soon after, we saw a crew member installing the giant orange sea of Con. And down the building is a new Evil Stuff This Way sign. The sign is orange with a purple arrow pointing to the gift shop, which is not yet open. Next door, several crew members were working atop the Minion Cafe, which replaces Monsters Cafe. Minion Cafe construction is surrounded by blue construction walls and blue scrim, but the steel frame of the building rises above. This section of the building used to be the entrance of the Monsters Cafe. We assume it'll be the entrance of the Minions Cafe as well. Significantly more steel supports have been added to the entrance structure. Large light blue stripes have been painted on the nearby Transformers The Ride building behind Minion Cafe. We assume this is related to this project. And with the pre-existing Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, Villain Con Minion Blast, and Minion Cafe, this entire section again will become the Minion-inspired land, Illumination Avenue. And the new theming may even extend to the Betty Boop store near the park's entrance. We'll have to wait and see. A grouping of plants, bushes, and seating has been removed near the construction walls surrounding the area formerly home to Woody Woodpecker's KidZone at Universal Studios Florida, widening a pathway for guests that was severely truncated by ongoing work. Woody Woodpecker's KidZone, as we know it, ended operation on January 15th, permanently closing the Fievel's Playground, Curious George Goes to Town play area, DreamWorks Destination, and Woody Woodpecker's Nut House coaster. Construction walls were swiftly popped up, and while Universal has yet to make any official concrete announcements, the inclusion of several DreamWorks animation characters on the walls appears to suggest a revamped area focused on the DreamWorks stories and films. This newly vacated section can be found just beyond SpongeBob StorePants and the KidZone restrooms on the approach to the E.T. Toy Closet and E.T. Adventure. For me, this is a significant removal because every Horror Nights when people had to go to the restroom, this is the restroom everyone goes to. And now there's nowhere for people to sit and wait. So it's interesting that this was removed. The Dunk or Flunk basketball game has been removed from Springfield, USA, home of the Simpsons in Universal Studios Florida. The game was previously just outside the Simpsons ride, but now there are 2 blue construction boxes sitting there. Supposedly, Dunk or Flunk is getting updated. This change comes just 2 months after construction walls were erected around the front of the attraction, which remains open. But no worries, a different Simpsons-themed basketball game is still operating where the Sledge Homer game used to be, and Simpsons plush and pillows are available as prizes. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next epic vacation. Sit back and let the team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next epic vacation. The best part is their services are free. Visit www.nt.travel for details. Last year, E.T. the Extraterrestrial celebrated its 40th anniversary, but E.T. Adventure at Universal Studios Florida was stuck in the past with posters from the film's 30th anniversary still up in the queue. Well, those posters have finally been replaced with more generic ET posters, including artwork that matches the new interplanetary passport cards that were introduced a few weeks ago. These posters line the initial section of the queue where guests split into groups before entering the building. The first poster features Elliot and E.T. on a bike flying over the woods. The posters feature the film's original tagline reading, "E.T. the Extraterrestrial in his adventure on Earth." Second poster has an orange color scheme with E.T. and his glowing finger at the center. The next poster features E.T. sitting on the ground in front of his floating spaceship. The final poster has E.T. peeking out of the bottom with the woods and city behind him, and a rainbow streaks across the night sky beneath the film's title. Wizards and Witches Rejoice, a special 2023 Collector's Edition wand, is channeling all of the magic of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Ollivander's Wand Shop inside Universal Studios, Florida. The new limited 2023 edition collectible Harry Potter wand is $75. This well-crafted wand is a realistic and fun collectible seemingly identical to the powerful tools used by our favorite Hogwarts students. A golden dome rests on the end of a pearl-colored handle in this case. We first found the limited edition interactive wand at Ollivander's Wand Shop in Diagon Alley, but we expect it to pop up in both parks soon. Universal Orlando Resort annual pass holders will get access to some exclusive perks this May, as is a spring tradition. Details aren't yet available, but the UOAP website says the bonus benefits will include things like secret menus, dedicated entrances, discounts, giveaways, and other fun things we know you'll love. The perks will be available from May 1st through the 26th. Details will be announced at some time in April. In its time at Universal Studios Florida, the Jaws attraction was always notorious for being difficult and expensive to keep properly maintained. This was one of the many factors which led to its closure in 2012. But now it seems many of those same issues have come to the clone of the attraction at Universal Studios Japan, with several animatronics still broken and sound out of sync even after a refurbishment concluded. Reports from Twitter users local to USJ have noted continued maintenance issues at Jaws following the months-long refurbishment from February 22nd to March 16th. The attraction often closes multiple times throughout the year, with another refurbishment already on the calendar for June 22nd to July 14th. Several shark animatronics still face issues, and even sound is having trouble staying in sync. Twitter user LCast Studios USJ noted that two key shark animatronics were not working following the most recent refurbishment: the sharks at the gas dock and the shark biting the electric cable at the attraction's climax. Additionally, the audio within the boathouse is out of sync, which diminishes the scare. They noted, "It's the worst time I've rode in recent memory," in Japanese. Other users commented similarly, noting the maintenance of Jaws in recent years has been very sporadic and it rarely functions as intended. Our experience riding Jaws over the past few years at USJ has been similar, almost always with at least one shark missing, significantly diminishing the effect of the attraction. Jaws opened with USJ on March 31st, 2001, and remains the last operating version of the full ride. It originally debuted at Universal Studios Florida when the park opened on June 7, 1990, before it closed because it didn't work, and then reopened again in the early 1990s, and then closed forever on January 2nd, 2012 to make way for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley. The ride remains quite popular in Japan, often drawing lines upwards of 60 to 75 minutes on normal days, and guests can frequently be spotted wearing Jaws-themed headbands and other apparel, and Jaws even has its own gift shop and its own land in the park. It's pretty great. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members who make this show happen every week. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of UPNT. And for UPNT, this is Tom Corliss saying, the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one. And the Jaws ride needs to start working before I get to Japan.